If you want reality creation and manifestation and alignment to be easy, then you have to learn to control your attention. Yes, your intention matters, but to get the details, to get the path, to vibrate at the frequency, to frequency match, you have to be like that most of the time. And the best way to do that is the control of your attention. And it's something that I almost became lazy about. I kind of realized because I knew cognitively what I need to do, I still let my attention basically get affected by the 3D. Because when I say ignore the 3D, what that really means is not to ignore whatever you're doing. What it means is keep your attention on, quote unquote, not the future, but on whatever you visualize. So if you visualize something, instead of just doing a visualization, have that as you know what you want for the future as clarity, and then hold that whenever a situation comes up that causes your attention to fall. See, I made the mistake that when I started to deal with the negative thoughts and the negative beliefs that would come up naturally, that I was done. Because it is part of it. Like if you first struggle with always thinking in anxiety, always thinking in negative thoughts, you want to work on those, clearing those. But the thing is, you have two things that can block you: your own negative repeating patterns, and then external circumstances that may pull you into a negative way. And sometimes you can't just move and do something else. You have to use your attention. And this is where attention training, meditation, these things matter. And it's probably one of the reasons why, if you're wondering, why is my manifestations slow, quote unquote, and this is assuming it is. Sometimes it's not, and you just have to, realize things do take some time. But if you do feel like it could be faster, right? Chances are your attention is being taken via external situations to a negative place. And while obviously there's nothing necessarily wrong with feeling negative, the point is that you probably tend to stay there longer than you think, right? 9 times out of 10, you could probably pull yourself out a lot quicker, or not even fall into it, if you have control over your attention. It's not forcing yourself. You're not forcing yourself to not to even think positive. As long as your attention stays here, if you know how to do it, if you know how to control your attention, and this is the most important thing. If you don't know how to control your attention and you're trying to manifest, you should probably put in time to learn, because that's really the point. The point really isn't that you do XYZ like a spell and they come through. The point is that when you have whatever you need to your focus, right? You have this focus object, whether it's a visualization, an affirmation, um, just not the knowledge that your thing is coming. That, oh, that this thing serves me. That remembrance, really. It's all the things you're learning, all this manifestation knowledge, metaphysics. It's a remembrance. When a situation comes up that just you don't like, if you if you know your attention is going to flow, and you'll know that because you'll get negative emotion, that's your sign. It's time to take your attention to something else. And when you realize it's that simple, once you've done it, of course it's gonna come fast. That's why people say it's easy. That's why it should be easy. It shouldn't be hard work, because you're controlling your attention. If you're not, then it all feels like hard work, and you feel like you have to do a million things and all these different techniques and read all these books. No, you need to control your attention, and then put the attention on what you want and not what you don't. I know it seems so simple, but the problem is we live in a society where our attention is almost always scattered. Social media, work, relationships, almost doing multiple things at once all the time. We don't give ourselves time to close our attention. That's why, like, very spiritual people are very good manifestors. People who pray a lot are good manifestors. You see those old black women who pray? That's because when you pray, you're putting your attention on something. When you meditate, you're putting your attention on something. So do some just attention work. It could just be, keeping yourself present. Don't let your thoughts drift, and get better and better and better at that. Because then you'll get better at manifesting.